there is many people in the world that they manage their life according to signs. Okay, and some people that are very far from the Torah, it will be all kinds of superstitions of whatever it is, a black cat that goes by that is a bad luck, and there's a shooting star, so it's a good sign, so they can make a wish, and all kinds of set of beliefs. That's not my department. I'm not going to speak about it, but some people, they have a certain kind of personal, individual set of signs that they develop, and they feel it's a way that Hashem is communicating with them. That if that happens, so that means that Hashem wants me to do that. And if that happens, that's a sign that Hashem wants me to do that. So is that the positive thing to have in our life? Is that the right way to manage our life? Not necessarily. How wrong can it be? I don't know. It depends what is the case. I met a guy years ago that he had, I don't know what was the way that he felt that Hashem is communicating with him, but he had some kind of a thing of he getting signed that that is the right thing that he should do now, and that's the right. And he was like, he didn't have really any frame in his life. All his life was all messed up because he wouldn't be consistent. Now he have a feeling to do this, and now he have a sign to do that, and so every time it was something else. So that's obviously an example that somebody can really go off the track with such a way of beliefs. But somehow it works for people. Okay, and I can't say that it's negative per se, because I met some people that somehow it works for them in their life. Now, I just want to explain that there is a principle of not to test Hashem. So when someone says, Hashem, if this is right for me, give me a sign. If that's right for me, give me a sign. And so this is wrong thing to do, even though we know about many people that done it. But it's the wrong thing to do. The Gemara says it. Why? Because we don't know if we are worthy to such a revelation. Okay? For example, let's say there's a girl that I think maybe I should marry her. Maybe yes, maybe no. And then I say, Hashem, if she is the girl that I should marry, let a bird fly through the sky now. And then a bird flies through the sky. Does it mean that now I have to marry this girl? I'm obligated to marry this girl? It's a good idea for me to marry this girl? I don't know. Is that the way to decide if that's the girl that you are marrying? So, okay. It can be yes, it can be no. I had a student that I tried to help him to get married, and I found a lady that I thought that it can be a good match for him. And after a while, he stopped speaking with her. I called him, asked him why. He said, every time I spoke with her, there was a black bird that came and sat on my window. Every time I speak with her, there's this black bird coming to sit on my window. She's not coming in other times. She's coming only when I speak with this girl. So I felt that that's a sign from Hashem that I shouldn't speak with this girl. That it's like inviting like something black into my life, into my window, into my house. He got scared, and he decided that it's not right for him to communicate with her. Maybe it's not the right girl for him to get married, but I don't think this is the right way to make a decision. I'm not saying that it's easy to ignore. When you see something that is happening time after time, you get a certain way, a certain feeling that something is a bad sign for you personally. I understand it's hard to ignore it, but according to the Torah, this is not right to do this kind of guessing game of what is the sign from Hashem. Is that a good sign, bad sign? Yes, no. This is not right. This is something that is called nichush. It's simple. Okay, I'm not saying like on specific cases when someone have like a specific individual question, so I can answer that privately. But the principle is that there is a prohibition in the Torah that is called nichush. That is basically this kind of superstitions that people say, you see a black cat and that's a sign for bad luck and all kinds of things like that. So this is called nichush, that according to Torah, it is a prohibition. Okay? Again, so what do you do when you see something that looks like a clear sign from heaven that this is the right thing for you to do, this is the girl that you should marry, this is the work, this is the house, it can be a good thing to strengthen you that you're doing the right thing. If you got to the decision according to the right common sense, it makes sense, it makes you have the right feelings, and then you're getting like strengthened by that. Okay? But this is not the reason to make the decision. That cannot be what makes the difference. For example, myself, when I moved to the house where I'm living now, I had doubts if it's the right thing for me, it's not the right thing for me. I had doubts. I felt that this is where Hashem led me to be. And then they asked me to sign the contract. It was the day after Rosh Hashanah, a year ago. And when I came to sign the contract, I saw that they want me to move in Zayin Mar Cheshvan. What is Zayin Mar Cheshvan? It's the day that we're starting to pray for rain. So for me, that was a wonderful sign because it's a day of blessing. The day that we are starting to ask for rain, it's a day that there is a extra abundance, according to my learning, according to my understanding. So to come into the house in such a day, a new house, to come in such a special day, I felt that this is a good sign for me. So it gave me a good feeling for whatever I was doing anyhow. That sign was not the reason that I made the decision to come into the house. So that is my answer about signs like that. It's not a way to make a decision. When you have something that you know it's wrong, and then you strengthen yourself that it's wrong by having a sign or something that is good that you are doing, and you strengthen yourself that this is good with the sign, there is place for that. Also, that needs observation, that it will not go off the track, but it's possible. But it's definitely not the way to make decisions and to manage our life. Our life should be managed according to the principles of the Torah. And when you don't know what is the principles of the Torah, that's where you need a rabbi. And everybody needs a rabbi. So you go to your rabbi and you ask a question. And after you get to the clarity of this is my way, so then you can say, Hashem, please give me a sign that I'm doing the right thing. And maybe you'll get it. But even if you don't get it, it doesn't mean that you're doing the wrong thing, because maybe you're not worthy, you're not in that level to receive those signs in a clear way. This is what the Gemara says. Except one thing that we are allowed to test Hashem on, which is Maaser, that it says in the Gemara that when someone wants to test Hashem, the only thing that we're allowed to test him is about Maaser. That someone that wants to be wealthy, so he's giving 20% of his income, and then he's getting this extra special blessings to be wealthy. This is according to the Gemara that speaks about the signs. It says not to test Hashem with signs. The only thing you can test Hashem is with Maaser. So if you want to test Hashem, do it this way. ברכה והצלחה, ברוך ה' לעולם, אמן ואמן.